The power of little things. It's not a big deal. It's nothing really. Everyone does this. It's not that special. These are some of the thoughts that you may have about the little things that you do. We tend to dismiss the mundane accomplishments, the small achievements, the little things that we do, like they don't matter much. What we think is worthy of credit are the notable achievements, the big breakthrough moments, the type of actions that create headlines or go viral. I'm Dr. Wes, clinical psychologist, wearing a plaid flannel shirt and still advocating for your well-being. I have lived enough life to know that we overestimate the benefits of big breakthroughs and vastly underestimate the bigness of little things when they are done consistently. Imagine you are cold and you want to build a fire. What does sharpening an axe have to do with solving the problem of you being cold? Well, it's just a little thing, but having a sharp axe helps you create kindling. And true, burning kindling is not going to keep you warm either. But you can't create a fire by putting a match to a big log. The little stuff, the kindling, that is what a big warm fire is built upon. These small, seemingly insignificant slivers of wood ultimately create the conditions where the big stuff can catch on fire. Without the small stuff doing its thing, the conditions won't be there to support the big stuff doing its thing. Specifically, what little things am I talking about? What little actions provide the environment for bigger breakthroughs to happen? Well, there are so many things, but here are a few. Doing something thoughtful and unexpected for someone. Flowers, a gift, a card with heartfelt sentiments, and not just once, but developing a lifestyle of being thoughtful that way. Here's another. Sending an encouraging message to someone, like Rosalind Foster did for me this week. She's been watching my videos and was kind enough to send me a message telling me that she liked them. I appreciate you, Rosalind. And here's another one, and this comes as no surprise because I'm the little drummer boy when it comes to beating the drum on doing something every day that qualifies as a physical workout. Giving a little bit of money to support a worthy cause. One of the causes I've been giving to each month for years is Victor Larkhill's Extreme Animal Rescue. He specializes in providing emergency surgeries for injured and suffering dogs and cats. He lives in Spain. I'll probably never get to meet him, but I love the work he's doing because I love animals and it pains me to see them suffer. So thanks, Victor, for what you're doing. And if his organization is like every other organization, they survive not so much through the contributions of big donors, but rather lots of people consistently giving a little bit each month. It's the small things that pave the way for the bigger things. Decades ago, I sat on this rock in Hawaii. In such a beautiful location, you would think I would be relaxed and happy. But relaxation and happiness was eluding me. Instead, I was stressed and sad. I was in my early 30s at the time, and my second book had just been published a few months before. And I was coming to grips with the reality that this follow-up book, even though I poured my heart into writing it, was clearly not doing as well as my first book. Sales were sluggish, and it seemed that interest was lacking. Sitting there on that rock, I wondered where had I gone wrong, and whether this would cut short my career as an author. It would be so awesome to report to you a dramatic turnaround in sales, let you know that it was a slow burner that eventually caught fire and took off, but no, today it holds the non-enviable position of being my least successful book. Now, at that time, I thought the quality of my future was dependent upon big, bold achievements. As it turns out, the things in my life that had the greatest influence on my success, the things that I am most proud of, came about by consistently doing little things. Little things that at face value were not that impressive. For example, on May 15th, 1981, I made a commitment to write in a journal every day. Not just when I felt like it or felt inspired. I started this practice of writing every day 13 years before my first book was ever published. I've authored and published a lot of books, some of them in several different languages. But that didn't make me a writer. It was showing up every day to my journal and writing something, whether I felt like it or not. That's what made me a writer. And I still write in my journal every day. The quality of your future depends on the little things that you do. Showing up for class, studying for the exam, learning some new skill, reading a book, volunteering to help an organization. Rarely will you ever be applauded for these small achievements. But just because they don't get applauded doesn't mean they are not important. They are. So if you are feeling like most of the things that you do are mundane and insignificant, I want you to know that they do matter. There is life-transforming power in consistently doing the little things. They all add up. They will create the conditions where big things can happen. If you can be trusted to do the small things, you will be trusted with the big things. I'm Dr. Wes. Here's to making life better.